Welcome everybody
Welcome.
to the last episode of Stream On Streaming On in 2021. We're Blluist. What's going on? Woo!
Woo. Woo.
How is it, Blue?
I'm
Last
good.
month is December
Yeah,
of
It is December.
2021. 2021's over.
it is.
It's pretty much over. We just did
Got
our
what,
last
two
stream.
more days?
Yeah, we just did our last stream 2 days ago. Oh no, yesterday. Sorry, yesterday. We did our last stream yesterday, and yeah, it's been a crazy year. So I think we've done enough reviews of the whole year on stream and stuff like that. So we'll
We'll just
basically
talk about December.
go through. We can go a little bit on the year because maybe I don't know. There might be some people that just check our content out through this podcast, so we can do stuff like that too. But just to start off, what we did in December. I mean, we've been playing one specific game. We can go get to that later. But what else did we did like pole dancing?
Yeah,
in
we did
December.
pole dancing. We also started playing some mahjong off stream. This is like off stream talk, but
We might have to
then
start doing that on
Endwalker
stream.
came out. And then what else? What else was in December? Is
A
that
lot
about
of
it?
things that
We spent a lot of time with friends.
Yeah. a lot of Christmas stuff too.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving. Well, that was November, huh?
Yeah.
But we did a lot of Christmas stuff. Just all in all, super busy year on stream and off stream too. So it was a crazy year, definitely a crazy year for us. Well, with the stuff that we did on stream, because for this podcast we usually talk about things we don't really talk about on stream. Although we talk about a lot of stuff on stream. But how did 2021 feel for you stream wise?
I mean, we made a lot of progress, I think, because I
agree.
remember at the very beginning of the year, we were talking about how we were at like maybe 60 viewers or something.
Yeah, I think that was around.
Like barely 70 viewers. And now we're getting to a point where it's like pretty consistent, like 90s, 100
Yeah.
streams. So I think it's gone to the point now where it's like if we have even 80 viewers, we're like, wait, was that stream not interesting?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it's a little weird how that changes depending on what your numbers are.
Yeah. And when we're still like small content creators, as we are, even 5 viewer change is a huge difference.
It's huge, yeah.
And it even one actually is a big difference. So it's definitely with the help of our friends too that really helped us grow this year. And I think we should give ourselves credit for always sticking hard, trying to do new things too. This year, I think it really helped. There's definitely a progressive year. I guess that's something that we never talk about that on stream because it's just I don't know. It's I feel like when you talk about stuff like when you talk about stuff like that, it on stream it's we have to be very careful with what we say or else it spirals into a conversation that we don't want to have. In a conversation that we don't intend or tone or the way we say it, especially me, I'm not really good with my words anyways. So if you put me, on stream and say stuff like that, it definitely has the chance to kind of come off wrong. But I think, yeah, this year was definitely every year's a year of progression. I think the winter we always say that the winter time is a little rough for us. When it comes to numbers, motivation, but this year was the exact opposite of that. So hopefully we can keep that up going on to next year, the year after that, and hopefully we can kind of get into a new groove is kind of what I think. So yeah, definitely a progressive year for us. And it was really weird because like one thing that I thought was that 2 years ago or like the last 2 years, we would never take breaks. We would always we would never cancel streams. We would just keep streaming, and it would like burn us out by the time we get to December. But this year we kind of took it to ourselves, and we had these great opportunities, and we decided that we're gonna take some days off, the holidays off, and spend time with our friends and family and stuff like that. And it actually I thought I would just be riddled with anxiety because, when you do something every day and you take some days off, you feel like, oh no, they're not going to come back. People aren't going to come back. But it's kind of different. Did you feel that way at all?
I mean, I always have a fear of that. So that's why I try not to cancel streams. But, I think it got to a point where we've been streaming for 4 years, right? 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. I can't keep track these days.
Same.
But it's gotten to the point where we've done this consistently enough that I think people know that one canceled stream isn't going to be like, it's not like, what's the word for it?
Not
like
the end
everyone
of the
knows
world.
that we're going to come back.
Doesn't mean that we're like gonna like disappear from the platform or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very scary. I think I'm sure whether you stream or you watch other support streamers of any size, really, when you take a day off or when you cancel something, it just feels like you're doing something bad, and you're just you feel anxious and guilty for not being there. But for us, and that was definitely the case for us. First time we're saying it, that was definitely the case for us. Why we never used to cancel anything. We used to cancel all of our personal events, and like when people would invite us to like hang out on a Saturday because it's a Saturday night thing.
Sorry, we have stream, so we can't go.
There was a time where I think it was last month, where like almost every Saturday we were doing something. We had to cancel like the last thing, like personal event, and then we streamed instead because we were just missing way too many.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't on stream for like a month, so or like I was only on stream like once a week for like a month, so we had to do that. But besides that, I think it was for us, it's really nice to be able to kind of take a step back, really enjoy, because we made new friendships too, and deeper friendships this year. We were able to kind of little by little kind of mix together our personal lives and the streaming kind of schedule, and I think that's.
I think next year one of my goals is for us to take time off for ourselves, not just because we would always cancel for like other people, like to hang out with other people, but I do want to work on, I guess, taking personal time for each other,
like as a couple.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying like we have to do something every week or anything, but we just don't do anything.
Yeah,
like, we haven't gone on a date in forever.
No,
we don't celebrate any holidays together.
It's on stream.
We'll only celebrate if it's on stream or if it's with friends.
Yeah.
And so I think and the more we don't do that, the more we're gonna start feeling like we're gonna get to a point where we feel more like colleagues or like coworkers in a couple.
It's true. We just had this conversation
like
about,
we're like roommates at this point. We do like nothing romantic at all.
Yeah, we don't.
So that's something I think we need to work on.
I think so. When we went over to our friend's house for like Christmas, they were like talking about how like I was amazed that they do this stuff every year together, and Blue was like, yeah, we don't do anything. And
we don't do anything.
I just didn't even realize, like, to us, like, we do a Christmas, like, kind of a holiday stream for the past 3 years. And to me, that was it. And that was like, okay, this is how we spend Christmas. And I think I'm a little bit more dull to that. And I'm just like, I'm a little bit more fine with just kind of like, but it's not good. It's not good. It's bad that I'm not spending time as a couple here, because as a romantic couple here. So Blue needs to kind of put me in check, because I just
you're just my coworker that I see in the morning, and then we do stuff like we create content, which I mean, like, creating content and everything is both of our passions. So yes, we're doing something passionate together.
Yeah.
So that could be counted as something that we're doing together as a couple, yes, but it's not. The focus isn't on each other.
No,
the focus
not.
Is on the content.
Yeah,
so
it's on Blue and Gray.
Yeah. And so whenever we talk about things outside of stream, it's about like, oh, how was stream? Or, oh, how, what do you want to do next game, or like next ideas, or like what are we gonna do this month? What are we doing next month? When are we doing the podcast? When are we doing, like, it's all just talking about quote unquote work, I guess. Not work, but like
stream,
like the thing that passion. We are both passionate about, like what that we are working on, I guess. So
it's interesting because like with that, we don't really fight about it. We were just it was almost like a realization that we both had, like when we went to our friend, couple's friend's house, or when we went to the friend's place for all these celebrations. We're like, we don't do any of this. Like it was like a moment of realization that we're kind of missing a huge piece.
Yeah, we're boring.
Yeah, we're terribly boring.
We're boring.
We're terrible. We're terrible. Stop watching us now. What are you doing? We suck. Yeah, so I think that's something we have to work on. But at the same time, there is a part of me that wants to keep working hard for this. Because to me, streaming and making videos, doing the Patreon, all this stuff is a lot more than just sitting in front of a camera and playing games.
Of course.
It's kind of like, for me personally, because I have a full-time job, and
it's your hobby.
This is still my hobby. Yeah, this is the extent of a hobby that but not in the sense that like, oh, it's just something I do on my off time. It's something that I spend most of my time doing.
It's a passion project.
Yeah, and it's exactly. So if I can, it's still like, if I can make this, I wouldn't say full time, but if I can, maybe find a job or something like that within the space, or within some kind of connection to what I'm doing, and not something that's completely irrelevant, something that I don't like doing, then it kind of like justifies everything, I think. And I've never been in a position where, or I've done anything that I really, really like doing while making enough, money every month to fund all that. I mean, we do it now, and we funded each other, but I'm not really happy at work, is the truth. So, not streaming work, like my other day job. So, and I see all these people around me that are just, they motivate me to just be better. And I have a lot of people that I look up to. I think most of the people, like everybody that I hang out with that's kind of in the space, I look up to them in some sort of way. So I do want to keep working hard, even harder next year, but there's always space. It's always space that we need to kind of allocate for, our time. And I agree with that. And I suck at it. So you have to help me out.
You're terrible at it.
I'm terrible. Stop watching. Stop watching. So another game that we played this year, in December, we did some IRL stuff. We did that pole dancing. Blue was what? You were like,
I'm a natural.
You were natural, actually.
Natural.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Super good. Our teacher was impressed. Blue was could not stop looking at the brochure afterwards. Was like, maybe I should just start
it was really
lessons.
Fun. I really enjoyed it, but that's a very expensive hobby.
Yeah. It felt, you know what was weird about that was that I had the camera towards me, right? Mm-hmm. And then it kind of like panned out to everybody. And the whole time I was there, I kept thinking like, okay, we're streaming this. I want to see what people are saying, but I can't really interact with people. So it just felt like I had like a surveillance camera.
Yeah.
It was a different feeling than streaming, which was super fun. I'm so glad we did it. Next time it'd be cool, like if we can. And it was like a lesson. It was like our instructor's not just like an instructor for us. Like she had other lessons that day, so we did it, and then we get out of there, and then she had her next lesson. So it's not like we could just sit there and just stream it and like have a time to like hang out with everybody. Chat. It was really weird. It was like it felt like it was new. It didn't feel like I was really streaming, but when I saw the memes after, I didn't even know if we were live, and then I realized after the memes that I was very live when I saw the gifs afterwards.
Yeah, we gotta do dance lessons next.
Mm-hmm. That was in the talks. Mm-hmm. That I'm totally down. The whole idea just like came about at, when we were hanging out, and the instructor was there, and Aki was like, "You want to do dance, guys?" And I was like, "Yes." Like I was like one of the first people. I was like, yeah, pole dancing sounds fucking awesome. Let's go. And it got all set up. So I'm down to try.
Yeah, you're just very stiff.
I'm very stiff. You're very stiff.
I'm not talking about like, oh, you're not flexible kind of thing. Just your movement's very stiff.
I'm also not flexible at all. Did you see me when I was straight? I cannot touch my toes. I
can't either.
You can't?
I can't.
I don't really.
I'm closer than you are probably.
Yeah.
But I still can't I can't just like touch the floor or anything.
I'm like 4 countries away of like touching my toes. Like I can barely see them because my eyes are so bad too. Like, and I'm just like just trying to reach it, and it was horrible. It was terrible. But still, I had fun. The stretching part was probably the worst because I almost cramped my leg like 4 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I used to play basketball. I used to be like an active kid, but now I'm just like...
You're an old 30-year-old now.
I'm just like, where's my beer? I'm ready for my beer now. It was very worrying.
I mean, yeah, so now the fact that we started Mahjong, and you don't have to do any kind of stretching, no graceful like movements. All you have to do is sit there with a beer, smoke, click, and just angrily yell at the screen is maybe more up your alley.
But the mental exercise is unbelievable. I literally have a sheet. There's a website that gives you all the ways to win. You know, I think Mahjong's something that I've always seen growing up. Looked really cool. Looked really degenerate at the same time, but it was just kind of like the cool. People were doing it in college, but I wasn't. You know, I didn't go or anything. It's just something that I always wanted to do, but it just seemed way too complicated. The language isn't even. It's similar, but it's not really the same. So I don't really understand it. They're not even words. The words that the jargon that's used in Mahjong is not Japanese.
Yeah. So,
none of it makes sense. It's not like they're saying like, okay, that's a turnaround, or that's you know, that's the main hand. Like, these are different. Like, they're not. At least those words are English, so you can understand it. But the language itself for all the jargon is not Japanese, so I don't understand anything. Right? Like, I don't understand any of the subjects that are being talked about. So I have there's a place where there's like a cheat sheet online that tells you like how to win, and that's the hardest way, right? That's the hardest thing about Mahjong, is that there's too many ways to win. And then depending, if you don't know all of them, you don't know how to strategize the whole game. So I'm just like, top 10 easiest, you know, it's like Mahjong for dummies. And then I'm like looking it up, and then I like screenshot them into I put little notes on them, and I'm studying right now. But the best way to do it, but I still play on like Mahjong Soul or something, and just get demolished.
That's
but
great.
Then I learn how they win, and so it's very slowly. But
honestly, one of these days I do want you to stream it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting over here, right? Like just playing ranked normally. Like I sometimes get very angry because sometimes my hand's not too good. But the whole time you're commentating about the whole, like, your whole match, what you have, what other people are doing.
I'm just screaming at people.
And oh my god, it's so funny.
I'm just screaming at people.
You need to stream it. I don't think, like, the way you're, like, what,
I thought I was just playing the game last night. It's like 3 a.m.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I guess, yeah, the commentary when you're playing is just insane. It seems like you're like a Mahjong streamer.
And I don't even know how to play the game.
Yeah, but it's so funny. You have like, I don't know. I can't explain it. But I wish I took a video because it was so fucking funny.
I was screaming at my screen yesterday. Yeah. Like, I was just
you were screaming at your screen at yourself.
Yeah, because I would be like, okay. First of all, like, how are you supposed to make a decision in like 5 seconds or like 10 seconds?
20 seconds.
Okay, 20 seconds. Sometimes it's not though. Right, because it's like a 20-second and there's a bonus, and if you use up the bonus time, next time your turn comes around, your timer's shorter. And you know, I'm an idiot, so I have to spend all my time just looking at, you know, what is that's 1, 2, 3, that's a pair, and then I just and the one thing that I screamed yesterday was like my sensitivity on my fucking mouse was too high, and I clicked the wrong one, and I had to like go through and just drop that DPI because like I can't do it. Like, I'm too, like, nervous the whole time. And I was just, like, screaming at my mouse sensitivity. And I would think, like, you know, did I do that? And then it's one of those things where you throw away... You're pretty much, like... it's like poker, right? You're trying to get like some pairs and whatnot, and then I'll throw one away because I don't think I need it, and then the next one is like a pair of the one that I just threw away, so I'm just screaming at the screen, and I'm like, fuck this, and I'm just, yeah, I felt like I was really I was in like one of those mahjong places. Like I was like,
you were definitely in that smoky room, sitting across like 3 old ladies, like obachans, like, and they're glaring at you because you're taking too long, kind of situation. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to get better, right?
Yeah.
That's like playing with good people in Apex. So it's like that. So yeah, I definitely want to do a mahjong stream once we get, a little bit better. But I think that's what we're going to be doing for the New Year's, I think, mostly.
I mean, honestly, I think you should stream before you get better, because then your yelling will get less. So. Or
it would get more. We'll see.
Actually, I don't know.
New Year's stream, Gray's Drunk Mahjong 2022. What a great way to start off the year. And then another one, the big one, the big one was Pokemon. It was the Pocket Monsters. Diamond, Pearl, Brilliant Diamond. We started that. Kind of
Siri
went crazy. We at the time where we were filming this podcast, we still haven't finished the game. We're still stuck on the Elite Four. We've been trying to beat the game. Elite Five. We haven't beaten Cynthia. We've been having Siri play Elite Four. Siri decides all of our decisions, whether it be from switching Pokemon to fighting Pokemon, and the moves that the Pokemon chooses. And we did pretty good. We're definitely super over leveled, but we are at Cynthia, and last night on stream, we almost got it. That was the closest.
We got really close.
Yeah, like this much health on a little bit of health, sliver of health, or like maybe little less than half on Garchomp.
It was like one more hit, he would have died.
Yeah. But man, Blue, how is that? How we talk about that challenge. It's a very unique challenge for us.
We talked about it on stream for a bit, but it's rough.
It's probably like,
it's
so
really
we've done the split control Fall Guys. We've done split, and that, we aged like 20 years because of that. I'm actually 18, but look at me, thanks to Fall Guys. And we've also done split control Sekiro. The no death boss rush. This one is it's like if there's like a mental stress level of it, and Fall Guys and Sekiro's hitting one specific place really hard. It's like hitting a different spot in the body. Like it's
oh really?
Yeah, because we don't have any control over it, right?
And for me, it's the same as Fall Guys. It's in the same category.
Okay.
Like Sekiro's over here. It's just frustrating, just because like. It's just frustrating, the game, right? And we just can't. We keep dying because I mess up mechanics or whatever, or I dash when you're trying to block or something, and that's that frustration. But Fall Guys and Pokemon are over here. It's just so like RNG based, and so it's a completely different frustration for me.
But isn't Fall Guys is a lot more like, at least we're moving the character. Whereas we're not doing anything when it comes to
true,
Siri.
But it's closer to Fall Guys than Sekiro
because of the RNG of the fact that it's PvP. So if you don't know who you end up with, there might be some saboteurs in there. Yeah, I think it's similar.
And like luck based on like the stages and stuff like that too.
And then and then how good the people are, because there's no rank system, right? So the people that are like really good at the game are still gonna be, This one is like, and I want to keep doing it. We're gonna do it until we beat it, but I'll tell you guys that now. But I think it's when one of the things that happen during this run that's very often is that because it's RNG and Siri decides even when we switch out Pokemon, there's many times where getting a hit in is actually pretty rare, and most of the time we're just switching out Pokemon. And when we first did it before we got to the Elite Four, we used to do it for like 5 subs, and for every 5 subs we do it for the next 3. We have to win the next 3 fights, and just to make sure that like if we lost, that wouldn't count as 1. And then we kind of hit a point where it was already the Elite Four, and we already had enough subs, and so we have to beat the Elite Four and Cynthia kind of thing. That's why we keep doing it. But There was a point when we first did it that I was like, this is really slow. It took us like 3 hours to get out of like the snow area because we just kept hitting trainers and stuff like that. And as for content, I thought it was a little bit too slow and too heavy on us. Where just saying the same thing over and over again to Siri, just, give me a number. Give me a number between 1 and 100 is just, I was going crazy when we first did it. Did you feel that? Like, I was going insane. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh
give me
my
a
God.
number. Give me a number.
Yeah.
Give me a number. It's like, oh my God.
There were so many times where when we first did it, and I don't have this now because I think I've kind of like grown, I have an immunity towards it. And it's also just, instead of like the rest of the game, it's just the Elite Four and Cynthia. So there's kind of a cycle going on there. But when we were still like in the adventure part, that was like so much harder because I just couldn't. It seemed slow. It was slow, and it was just up to us to just keep being stoked about it. And it was hard to do that because it really was just switch out. But now that we're in the Elite Four, I just feel like we just gotta grind it, and we just gotta do it. And we have everything that it takes. But we finished our not yesterday, but 2 days ago we did the same challenge. We almost got there, we couldn't. But it just, there was a point where there was like a breaking point for both of us. We're like, is this gonna be possible? But because everything is RNG, everything just does. You really need to just believe in RNGesus, type situation.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, but I love it. I love doing it. I feel like it's a pretty rare thing. It really tests us as streamers. That's something we don't talk about. Like it. Don't you think so? Because if you're controlling the character, it's really easy to talk about it. Oh, I messed this up. But when it's
because you're just commentating.
Yeah, right.
It's a different kind of commentating. We're all
observing this thing.
We're just commentators.
Yeah. So I just feel like, and we don't, and not like professional gaming comment. It's just us just like screaming at
Siri,
this robot, pretty much.
And Tufinton.
Yeah, Tufinton's the best. And so I don't know. I'm just really, really, it's a very to be continued. Hopefully, we wanted to finish it before 2021.
We did, but
we couldn't.
It was,
It's not up to us, but it's.
Hopefully, we can finish it in 2022.
Yeah, just know that
early 2022. I mean.
I just want everybody to know that we're not like tired of it at all. Like, we are still stoked to beat it, and hopefully, people can be there when we beat it because it's gonna be probably gonna cry. I'm gonna cry when that happens.
You'll probably cry.
I cried in Sekiro. I cried in Fall Guys when we couldn't do it because I was so pissed that we couldn't do it. And in Sekiro, when I did it, I lost it.
It was we cried from like not frustration, just like relief.
Yeah, we're like, did we just do that? Holy shit! Like, yeah. So it's always once a year, guys. Once a year, we think of something. Like, we can't be doing challenge streams all the time, but we managed to at least slide in once a year, unintentionally too. Like, we're not like a challenge stream or anything like that. Usually, it's like pretty chill, but
we always manage to find something.
Yeah, something to just slide in there, and this is Pokemon, and I'm really glad. I really like the game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm super happy that the Elite Four is actually like really smart.
Yeah.
It's they're
actually difficult.
Yeah, they're actually like they have items that buff them. They actually like switch out in smart times, sometimes weird times, but it makes the game a lot better. I think it makes the fights a lot more fun, unexpected, and more difficult. So it's kind of perfect. It's kind of perfect for this. So we haven't beaten it yet, but we will beat it soon. So please, hopefully you'll be there when we beat the Elite Four. All right, so that's kind of what we've been up to for December, I guess. So we're gonna go over to the Discord.
Let's answer some questions.
Yeah, so we got some questions from the Twitch subscribers over here on the Discord. So let's go ahead and get to it. Logic asks, what was your favorite co-op game you did together and why? I think we both have an answer for this. I think it's the same one, right, Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's not even just this year, just in general, would you say that game was probably...
Yeah, Alien Isolation was definitely the... No, it's...
Cuphead was probably...
Cuphead was, just made our, romantic relationship so much better.
Absolutely.
But no, it was definitely what's it called?
It Takes Two. It Takes Two
yeah.
was probably, I mean, Game of the Year too. Like I think
it was so good. It was so fun.
Well deserved. Super fun. Really good story.
It's definitely one of those games I feel like in a few years after we've kind of forgotten about it a little bit, I want to play it again. Yeah. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely really good.
Super charming.
It's cute.
There was no really like boring part to it at all. Like it wasn't, the tutorial's fast. It's kind of cool. It has that little bit of like that fun part where you can kind of sabotage them, and the animations when you do is pretty funny. Or it's just there's a little bit of, and there's competition inside of it overall, and it's just kind of like Blue and I used to try to go find like couch co-op games all the time on, before we started streaming, and there's a website that has all this but it's like so hard to look all through. That's what's good and whatnot, and it's one of those games that just fit right in that pocket. It's a really good game. We play a lot of co-op games, like we make single player games co-op, but like Cuphead also is a really fun co-op game and whatnot. Overcooked is a really fun one too. But I think It Takes Two is on a whole nother level.
It's a whole
nother level. So
it's great.
Yeah.
I really recommend it. It's definitely one of our favorites.
Yeah. It's like the best party. It's like, think of a party game, and you think of the best mini games in there, and you put a story to it, and you get to just play the best mini games together. And it's kind of collection of the best mini games you can think of.
And what I like is the fact that you can't progress without the other person. So it's completely like the whole game is cooperative, like to the point where it's not like, oh, you guys have to, be in the same car together. No, it's like it's almost like split control, where you have to guide, like you have to put platforms where I step kind of thing. Yeah. And stuff like that. So it's like the whole time it's all like completely cooperative. And so you can't progress even a little by yourself. So you can't just leave the other person and just keep going.
So, favorite co-op game that you guys did together and why? I think we can both say it's Fall Guys. All right, next one. It Takes Two. 100%. 100%. Yeah. All right, next question is from Juki. Juki asks, wrap up of 2021, expectations, goals. Did your year happen as planned? What could have gone better? What do you think, Blue?
I mean, expectation wasn't... It went better than I thought it would. Because usually, like, I didn't think we'd grow as much as we did. But I don't know. I guess what could have gone better? I don't know if... I think it went, kind of exceeded my expectations. So I don't really have any complaints about this year.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, this year was definitely unexpected in the best way. A lot of unexpected fun things happened, good things. Better than, progression wise. It really helped us out. I think we were just healthier. We were in a healthy mental spot too for the year. If there's anything that we could have done better, I think it would be we didn't get to work on YouTube as much as we wanted to. That's definitely... We started a different platform this year, which was like, one of the best ideas that we've had. So there's no like complaints there, but I think next year and going on, I think working more on YouTube is probably something that, making YouTube videos separate from streaming content, not just like highlights and stuff like that, but just YouTube content, because we do have ideas for that. Kind of put that into motion, I think would be, and how to like really what we want our YouTube to be. We haven't really figured it out. What we want our YouTube,
kind of untouched,
because we have a lot of content like for like Patreon content and stuff like that we feel like, people always tell us like you should put up on the YouTube, once people watch it on the Patreon, it just kind of stays there, so you should put it up on YouTube. But I think we need to think about it's really just like rough ideas turned into videos, and we just want to think a lot more experimenting with YouTube now that we do have a lot of stock stuff that we can put up if we want to, like actually produced stuff that we don't actually put up on the YouTube. It's on Patreon, so we'll have to figure that out. What we want to do with YouTube, I think. Yeah. So it's not something that we wanted, something that could have gone better. It's something, I guess, what we're looking forward to in 2022 is a better way to put it. Yeah. Yeah. But everything besides that, way beyond our expectations. Just all things.
Because the tour went really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the Siri.
That's kind of what kicked everything off. So.
Yeah, it was really good year for Blluist for sure. So thank you so much for asking that. Right. Fuchan asked, you want to read?
Fuchan's question is best new snack food finds at the konbini this year.
Best new finds at the konbini. It's not a snack, but they have these miso, like these like clam miso soup things that really help hangovers. So
you get that every time you drink.
I've been addicted to those. When I go out, like I'll always just come home with that. I've been getting that a lot. Pretty much any gummy that has like sour plum, I gotta test it out. Those are my favorite types of gummies that we have here.
For me, it's like I've had this before. Like it's one of my go-tos at konbini, but I never really mentioned it on stream. But it's like they have salad sticks. I know it's like super it's probably like, oh, you could just go to the supermarket, chop up veggies and make it into sticks. I know I can make it myself, but the dip that comes with it is so good. And I just want to buy a tub of that dip, but they don't sell it anymore. But it's so good. Salad
sticks are a vibe when you're drunk.
It's so good.
That's another really good one that I realized. Like instead of having like just crazy like ramen and stuff like that, I'm at the age where I can't, like it's too heavy for me. Like I don't feel good after eating ramen after a night of drinking. I know everything is in reference to drinking here, but yeah.
I always get the veggie stick with the really good like dipping sauce. It's really good. Yeah.
Besides that, I think I just go for the same old, like if I want to go for a bento, it's always the same one. It's we don't really go to the konbini here and there, but I try not to spend too much money there.
It's an endless pool.
Yeah. And
we have so many new snacks. So.
And this year, for winter, we just been doing nabe every day. So it's we go to the supermarket more. So it's probably those things. Yeah. Would you rather always have sweaty palms or always have a coating of flaming hot Cheeto dust on your feet? Always sweaty palms, cause that's my life. My hands are always sweaty.
I think I would go for sweaty palms too. Hot Cheeto dust doesn't sound that great. So I don't want dusty feet,
I'm telling you, sweaty palms, not that bad. Not that bad. You can still
Except when you use my controller. And it looks really gross. And it feels
that's
really
not
gross.
My fault.
How do you make a controller moist?
Superpowers.
Yeah.
Answer superpowers.
Okay, next question.
Thank you for those questions. Casey asks, should I read it or do you want to read it?
You can read it.
Okay. Casey, thank you so much for the question here. Asks, what advice would you give to someone who wants to hang out with a pair of famous streamers but are too shy to speak to them after making first contact and felt too scared to continue with conversation and is currently saving up in hopes of being able to hang out with them next year? Asking for a friend. What do you think?
I don't know, because I would just say like, hey, want to go get a drink, or do you want to go get coffee sometime? And that's just kind of how I start off friendships, I guess. So that's what I would do. I don't think them being a famous streamer or not really makes it's not. I don't think that's something that you need to really worry about.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because like that's what we did with like, some of the people we know. We're just like, hey, you want to go get drinks? And that's kind of how it started. So.
And they never really care,
most people don't really care.
It's not like it's just like in school or something like that. Like it's not. You don't care if someone's more popular or not in school. Like if they're cool, you're gonna go hang out with them.
Because if the person asking is genuine, which I think you can just tell.
Yeah.
Like if they just genuinely just want to hang out with you, I mean, like I don't think there's anything to be scared of.
Yeah. And
I think most likely they'll just be like, yeah, let's go hang out.
And there's times when it's like, hey, let's hang out, and you don't hang out. but that's just life too, and that happens too. But if you set like a certain day, you'd be surprised. Like if you're like, all right, are you free this day, this day, this day?
Most people are down to hang out.
They'll make time, and I think it's just reach out. I guess is probably the best way. That's the only way, right? Like I never.
Like how do you make new friends? How do you meet new people? Like you just reach out and try to hang out with them, meet them in real life kind of thing.
That being said, I have had that feeling of, because we do have people that are, bigger. They are bigger in the space, a lot bigger than us, and I think that was something that I definitely thought, I even said it to them. I was like, dude, how do you even make time? Like you must be so busy and all this stuff. And, but their answer is always very simple. And it's like, well, that's not why we're here. Like that's not, you guys are friends. And, it's very simple, but it's, we tend to forget that. But that being said, like if you are, like you want to make content with somebody, you think like, okay, or it doesn't have to be, it's just gonna reference us because that's all we know, but like, oh, like let's say like Blue and Gray would really fit for this content, whatever, but I do want to be friends. Like that's not sleazy at all either, too, to be like, so I have this idea, I think you guys would fit, would you guys be interested? And I think having that around content too is also like, I think that's okay. I mean, you have to be more careful, for sure, about how you approach people in that sense, because.
I think at the end of the day, it depends on how much effort you want to put into it. Yeah,
when we did the tour, that was the first time I really like talked to Hi Guy about content, or or Joey, and then of course like with even if it's people that we've like hung out with before, like like Sophie Luke and Shelby too, like. I still like had to do like an individual, like I called some of them. We were in individual, we had like a full chat,
like paper written out of a proposal and everything.
I didn't use it, but because they were like, why would you need that? Like I went way overboard when I made that, but I just had to make sure.
You have to make sure that even if they're friends, like they're not obligated to do anything for you, right? So we just wanted to make sure that it was as professional as we could make it. Just because they are our friends and we don't want to overstep any boundaries or overstep any lines and whatnot too. So we just have to be really careful with that. But like I said, at the end of the day, it depends on how much effort you put into it and how much you reach out to them. Because if you genuinely want to be friends with someone, I think it'll show through with how much like you are eager to talk to them or you're eager to hang out. Yeah. So it's just, you can't expect anyone, like your friends, like even like coworkers or something, to go out of their way for you if you don't put in that effort either. So it's a two-way street for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more simple. It's just like just reach out, just say what's up.
Just say, hey, what's up? You want to go get drinks? You want to go get coffee? You want to go get lunch sometime? Yeah.
And I don't know like what because Casey's asking like a pair of famous streamers, like I don't know what the level. And if they're too busy, then that's a whole nother thing. Like I don't know, like they might be traveling all the time. We know people that are just traveling all the time, so they physically can't be there. So it also depends on their schedule. But and
so I mean, some people might not be interested. There is that too. Like there might be people, like, I mean, if they're really, really, really famous, like we're talking like huge like level of famous people, then they can't go through all their DMs and they probably miss messages and stuff, and they can't really meet with everyone. But I don't really know what the rules are of other people, but
we don't have that, at least like at our we're still very small.
We're like nobodies, so like
our community is very like, I think, still tight knit and still very like growing, so it's irrelevant to us in that sense. That type of lifestyle is completely relevant to us. But let's go. It's next me question. I'm the friend, says Shen. Well, if it's Shen, then we're not gonna hang out. I don't know what you're talking about. So
next question is from Matcha. Final Fantasy 14. When are you coming back, Gray?
Dude, I can't. It's a drug. I've been playing a little bit off stream, but just to do like a little bit of catch up, but like really, really slow. Like I don't want to be. I'm just I don't have a good match with that. I don't know how people do it, man. Like, I really don't. I kind of feel that with Apex too sometimes. I have to like stop myself. Like I'm just not I like forget everything that I need to do. So, and I've experienced that. So just slowly, I'll guess I'll get there. By the time like everyone's on to the next thing or the next like couple patches, I'll like finally catch up and then just be like, hey, cool. Like this game's cool. I still love the question though. I mean, I love the game, so I'm like slowly playing. So.
And 9 says, I second this question. So.
Oh my god, I have so much catching up to do.
Our next question is from Yeshia. So are you gonna make another lyric explanation video of any other song?
Oh yeah, I remember when we did that. Yeah. So for people that don't know, we did on our YouTube. If you go to like our older videos, we did an explanation of some like translation explanations. If there's a song, maybe like I don't know if it actually has any
I don't know if
like
we'll do him.
Demand.
To be completely honest, I don't know.
I don't know if there's any demand for that, but
we don't have any plans to.
Yeah, we don't have anything planned yet. Might be cool though. Like that might be something cool. Like we could do for the if people want that, and see that's like straight to DVD, which is like Patreon. Like just the ideas that we might not like fully promote and stuff like that. That's we can do that for like Patreon or something if people are interested. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's I don't know if there's any demand for it actually. Okay.
Next question.
What is the most Tufinton is this is Panda, right? Panda asks, what is the most overhyped place experience in Tokyo and Japan in general in your opinion? Overhyped? Shit.
It's that forest. It's that Suicide Forest.
Do people even talk about that
It's
anymore?
like, it's so overhyped. Yeah. They're like, oh, I want to go visit because it's like supposed to be like some spooky experience. No, it's just a forest.
Yeah, it's not. It's
like, just a normal forest. There's nothing there.
It's really shitty. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's just a dirty forest. Like there's nothing there.
Yes.
Like literally nothing there. No, like you're not going to go find dead bodies or anything. Like it's not.
The lore of the place, definitely interesting. It's intriguing. It's got, with like, the very like sad history behind it. But it's like nothing.
It's just a normal forest.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go, like, let's say, like, you're gonna come to Tokyo for 2 weeks. Like somehow we get to a place where people can come in. They don't have to quarantine when they come here. And like, I got 2 weeks in Japan. Okay?
Don't waste it on that forest.
2 weeks in Japan. I'm gonna go hang out in Akihabara, weeb out, buy all the stuff, go to Shibuya, get drunk, Shinjuku. Last day, forest, and then it's just like you go there and you're like trying to like justify it, and then you're gonna be like, wait, there's
nothing there. I
can't even post on Instagram because there's no signal here.
The reason why people go there and it's such a popular place for suicide is because there's no reception. That's it. Like you can't call for help. That's why. It's just cut off from society, as in there's no cell reception.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
not,
it.
Yeah,
it's not some spooky atmosphere. There's no like mist and woo like ghosts and shit. It's just a forest with no reception.
Yeah, and
that's it.
And then if you're going to find a dead body, then fuck you. Like don't do that. Like that's fucked. Weird.
So like. Then go see a morgue or something. Yeah, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, there's plenty of places where you can do that in a healthier manner than
Yeah,
like
so that's the overhyped place that I'm thinking of. Yeah.
That's a famous overhyped place.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
It's dumb.
What's another one? That being said, there's like Japanese people that like want to go there all the time.
Yeah, and it's so dumb. I don't get it. It's such a waste of time.
It's so far too.
Yeah,
if you're gonna go there, fucking go to Mount Fuji. If you're gonna go there, overhyped place. I don't know. I honestly like I live here, so I'm a little like I've lived here my whole life, so I want to say Shibuya, but I think Shibuya is fucking hype. Like living here, especially if you're visiting here and you're here with like a couple friends, like Shibuya is pretty damn hype. Shinjuku's hype too. Not if you go like every day for like years maybe, but if you're just coming and just enjoying yourself. Kyoto's hella hype.
I love Kyoto,
outside of Tokyo. Osaka in general is amazing. Like the atmosphere is extremely different from Tokyo. A lot more like sociable, I would say. So if you like that, Osaka. Hokkaido is amazing. Food is the seafood there, the ramen there, is unbelievable. People there are super nice too. I've never been to Okinawa, so I haven't
been there either.
But I hear really good things about Okinawa. Dude, honestly, Japan's pretty fucking cool. But, especially if you come in the city and you're just like here for a couple weeks or something like that. What's something that people do here? I want to like, maybe there's something that we only know that. This isn't overhyped, but if you ever come to Japan and then some person in the street is trying to make you go to like a izakaya, like a pub, like there's people like around the streets like, hey, come to my place, never go there because it's 100% a scam. So don't go, because they'll be like, you can drink all you want for $20 or whatever, and then they don't tell you about the table charge. They don't tell you about the food there that costs like 1,000 yen, like $10 per plate. Like, don't do that. Like, you just
don't go there.
Just go into, just walk in somewhere. The fact that they like, because those people that do that are getting money per person that they bring in, so they'll never talk to you if you're just one person.
If you're with a group, they'll go for you
because they get paid incentive
basically.
per group. They get paid extra for each person that they bring in. So they might talk to you if you're with two people, but that's like, they're desperate. And they're probably desperate now, especially now with COVID. So just never ever go to that. Never. Okay. Just
go walk in somewhere. You'll get a better deal then.
There's no one place that's actually good. No, they're all bad. All right, they're bad for the wallet. Okay, and the food's like whatever. So
it's Bims,
yeah. That's overhyped. Like, that's like my one warning. Again, Panda asks, what do you think the streaming space is missing? It's a good question. Or is there anything that you think needs to be done to take it to the next level? I don't think it's missing anything. I think that's something that I think about too. How to take it to the next level. There's other people in the space that take it to the next level in different ways. You know, like they use like technology, like mocap technology, or like they take VTubing to the next level, or VTubing already is the next level. And then, there's so many different things. There's already so many things happening in the space. What it's missing? That's a hard question. Is there anything that you think is missing, Blue?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of.
What do you think needs to be done to take it to the next level? I don't think people have even explored the current level. I don't think I've even
thought of that. I don't know.
I think people are still
it's still new, so I think there is potential to grow, but I don't know what could be done to make it grow, if that makes sense.
There is a space that's already, there's still so much that can be discovered within this space now. You take two people, it can be just one person on a camera and they're playing a game. What are they going to do with the game? How are they going to keep the stream going? It's not even about the game. It can be the most basic game. What are they going to do to make that game unique? So there's infinite ways. People that play Dark Souls with a DDR mat. People that beat Dark Souls with a slice of pizza. That's just it's insane. I think the platform is so free form right now. Or streaming itself is so free form. It's not about changing the space itself, but what you do within it. And even taking already made games, like these really good games, and adding twists to them, or doing that. And I think what if it's about the platform itself, and I think IRL is one of the coolest things that it's not just desktop streaming, but it's people can go outside and explore and bring people to explore with them. And I think that's that already is really cool, but it's kind of ancient when it comes to, especially in Japan, streaming. IRL is the oldest type of streaming. That was the big thing, and that was the norm, where people would take their because they didn't have smartphones or they weren't good enough, they would take their laptops, a Wi-Fi router with their webcams, and they would walk around like this and stream. And this is almost 15 years ago, and that's how they did IRL streaming here. Now they just take their phones, but I think it's still like kind of crazy to me that you can chat and then people like actually react within seconds. Like, to me, that's still really interesting, and it's still very new, and we still need to explore that a little bit more. I think.
I mean, discoverability is always like something I wish it could improve on, but the thing is, I think that's really difficult because it's not like a YouTube video where it's just like it talks about one certain topic or one certain thing. With the stream, it's like every stream is different. Topics you talk about is different because it is live and everything. So I think it is hard to do discoverability or improve on that. Yeah. So that is one thing I wish would be better, but at the same time, I don't know how you could make it better because I don't know how you would do discoverability with streaming platform, like with streamers. Like, what are you supposed to just label everyone a certain way, and then if you watch one person, then maybe you can you get another person of the same level? I don't know. Because if it's just with game, it's different because everyone streams games differently. So I don't know.
I think discoverability is like, it's definitely a big topic, and people throw that word around a lot. But the people that there's going to be a certain group of people, but people only say that because we always think that only a certain type of people get discovered, right? And it's like a coin toss, like kind of probability that like a really low probability, because I guess coin toss is 50-50. I mean, like a really just a low probability that you get discovered, and they want to fix that.
It's like a gotcha.
Yeah, it's a gotcha, like a really low percentage gotcha to get discovered. I don't know what they would have to do to make it discoverable.
Exactly. I don't know what they could do.
People say YouTube is discoverable, but it's also...
But it's different.
Yeah.
It's just one video. It's a video.
Maybe
not live content.
Maybe more than Twitch, but it's... I think... Or like live streaming. But... If you've seen any of these videos of these actual YouTubers that are making it, they even worry about discoverability because the whole YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. And I was able to experience that on a very, very small scale, very, very small scale for a very limited amount of time when I did those 14 translations. Because as soon as that first one got a lot, I was on that algorithm, and whatever I put out for like the next couple days, because I kept putting them out every day, it would do pretty good. And then after a bit, it just stops. And so that it requires you to continuously put it up, right? And I think that's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort, a lot of luck based. I don't know what you would do to actually have content. Like, even if this discoverability thing starts to get, but this super vague word starts to like kind of, maybe help. There's always going to be people complaining about it's catering towards a certain type of person. It's catering towards a certain type of content. And that's kind of what's exciting about it to me. That's the competition there is where it makes me feel motivated to rise in that kind of competition. And it's up to us to be creative. It's up to us to be more intuitive. And I don't know, like, I think that's what's the fun about it all. If there wasn't any competition, this would be boring. Like, I would be bored. But the fact that when we do something, it doesn't get caught, it doesn't just blow up. It's just very slow. And a little amount of people will come in and be like, that's a weird thing you're doing. This is a nice stream. I'm going to tell my friends. And then people come in, and then it slowly starts to get bigger, and you get to start kind of like creating this group of people that support you. And, they just become kind of part of you and, your stream and stuff like that. I really like the competition. And if there wasn't that, I think that's worse for the space and I think making the place easier, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how would somebody that in a sea of content creators that are maybe how do you even differentiate it? You know, everyone thinks they're the best. That's why they keep doing it. Everyone thinks that what they do is really, really good, and their voice needs to be heard. Everybody, right? Nobody's out there going, this is I suck. Like, no, like, people are there because even that's what they might say, but at the bottom of their heart, they keep doing it because they believe in themselves, right? So, that's the kind of competition that I like to see, and there's definitely luck involved, but I kind of like that.
Yeah, we deviated from the question, but hopefully, sorry, we don't really have like a 100% like, oh, this is what's missing kind of thing, but that's some of our thoughts.
Yeah, that's sorry. So. I got sidetracked by that discoverability thing.
Last question is from Derp. It says, most anticipated game and any plans for more split control games. My most anticipated game is Elden Ring, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it, especially after watching that trailer. It's going to be so cool. Like, what, open world Soulsborne? Like, thank you.
Yeah, that sounds really... I'm really, really excited for that. I'm really, really excited. I don't know if we'll split control it.
We'll see. We'll split control something, though. Yeah. So, we just have to figure out which game's best.
I kind of want to play... I've been wanting to play... Just like, this would be timely, but I want to play, like, horror games. So I
always want to play horror games. Can we do split control that's not a horror game for once?
We do a lot of those, huh?
Yeah.
But I think we haven't played Fatal Frame. I want to play Fatal. It's already out, but
yeah, we do need to play that.
I want to play Fatal Frame at one point. I want to explore more VR games. I love streaming VR. Try to work out split control in VR. That was really fun. The Minecraft one was actually really fun, and we've finally figured out a way where everyone doesn't have to puke every single time we stream VR games. So it doesn't shake as much. It shakes a little bit, but it's not too bad. So hopefully, yeah, VR, nothing in particular, but VR games for me, horror games, and of course, Elden Ring. New Pokemon looks good. Arceus.
Yeah, hopefully that's good too. I'm
always up for any new Pokemon title. So something like that is what I... Kana, anything else?
I don't really know what's coming out next year except for Elden Ring. That's the only thing I've actually really kept my eyes on. So I don't know.
Fair.
We'll see.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. That was the last episode of Stream On Streaming On for 2021. Thank you guys so much for an awesome year.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We'll see you guys in 2022. Blluist 2022. That's can't believe we've been doing it for that long. But
yeah.
Well, going into our 4th year.
Hopefully 2022 is better.
Yep,
for everyone.
For everybody.
For everyone,
If 2021 was awesome, hope 2022 is even better. If it wasn't good, 2022 is going to be better, all right? It's going to be better for everybody. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys in 2022. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.